Hello and welcome. We are in Berlin, Germany, the FIBA EuroBasket quarterfinals. France taking on Italy. So France and the Italians squaring off now, and later on it'll be Slovenia going up against Poland in the other quarterfinal. Right now it's the pregame light show, the lightsabers out on board, and very soon the big names, the stars that have really helped light up this tournament are going to be out there. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mike Taylor, and Mike, this is a big day for all of these players, for these countries, for these federations, and especially for the fans who have really been treated to a wonderful FIBA EuroBasket. It's going to be France, it's going to be Italy that moves on to the semifinals. We're about to find out.
Outstanding opportunity for both of these countries. Italy riding the wave of emotion from their fantastic upset of Serbia. And again, the emotion for France in the hard-fought overtime victory over Turkey. Both of these countries want to capitalize on the opportunity, get to that semifinals, and keep their EuroBasket dreams alive.
It's time to meet the teams.
Well, this is a game as we see the EuroBasket trophy.
Representing Italy!
Trophy that everybody wants. We've seen two Italys and we've seen two Frances. We've seen an Italy that perhaps hasn't played at its best in Milan, which suddenly was able to be world beaters against Serbia. And we watched France start this tournament slow, lost to Germany, then come back strong against Lithuania, Herzegovina, all these teams, and then almost lose to Turkey in the round of 16. So here we are. We just don't know which of these teams we're going to get today. Hopefully it's team or the best versions of each country.
Without a doubt. And what theater here in Berlin with the Italian team. Coach Pizzacco, again, leaving the gym and hugging everyone, and the emotions, and the team rallying together with fantastic teamwork, amazing three-point shooting. Marco Spissu, the game of his life. You know, fantastic theater for basketball fans. But then again, you look at France, and France surviving the overtime win with Turkey. Gobert, 20 points, 17 rebounds. And again, you know, these guys are, from both sides, are ready to capitalize on the opportunity and really ready to fight for a big win.
Yeah, Gianmarco Pizzacco had to leave the game after picking up a technical, bench technical. He already had a technical, so Italy went ahead and won the game anyway. It was such a shock the way everything happened. And for France, well, they started very well against Turkey, and it seemed like they were going out, but they were helped by some missed free throws late by Turkey, and then a turnover. They were able to force overtime, and then in overtime, they won it. Let's don't forget that France made it to the final of the Olympics last year. They lost in that gold medal game to the United States. A very hard-fought game. They did not have two very important players from that team, Nando Nicolò and also Nick Batum. Nevertheless, they have a lot of quality players. Just like every national team program, you know, more and more trusting in the newcomers and the setup, and they're kind of evolving. And Vincent Collet is one of the veteran coaches in this EuroBasket competition. Far more experience at the helm than his opponent tonight, Mr. Pizzacco. So anyway, we're going to pause for the national anthems. So two great European rivals about to trade blows here in the quarterfinals. And the team that wins will get Luka Doncic and Slovenia or Mateusz Konica and Poland. They play the later game tonight. Referees for today from Bosnia and Herzegovina, the crew chief in the middle, Ademir Zarapovic. From Serbia on the left, Alexander Glizic, and then from Latvia on the right, Martins Kozlovskis. And interesting that, again, Glizic has been assigned this game, and he did the last Slovenia-France game, which was quite a heated affair. And clearly, this is a vote of confidence and everything for him after that. I know some things were said. Here's Simone Fontecchio. What a great talent for Italy.
He has been outstanding for this team. Again, one thing that stood out about the style of Italy, the quick ball movement, the pace of ball movement, and Fontecchio took advantage, hitting big shots. And again, with Nico Melli, let's look for Italy to attack Gobert and foul for France in the same manner that they attacked Jokic in Serbia with a pick and pop game. And again, Melli responded as a fantastic playmaker.
Melli could not have played any better, especially early on for Italy when they're just trying to stay within touch. And Gianmarco Pizzacco, you know, his assistant, the back right corner there, Carlo Recacalchi, used to be the head coach. And it's interesting that he's one of his assistants. Big moment for Pizzacco and coming back, you know, having been ejected, and of course, went viral, everything, like jumping up in the arms of Antetokounmpo. We're so happy. How about Rudy Gobert? 20 points and 17 rebounds. His best ever personal performance in the EuroBasket game, and it was needed.
And the challenge of this game is for France to dominate the paint, control the boards, establish the post, use their size and length inside. And again, the key go-to scorer, we want Evan Fournier to hunt those threes. He can be a game breaker. He can be a difference maker. You can see 14.7 points, 3 assists, and of course the three-point shooting. He is their leader.
Vincent Collet, the head coach of France, going all the way back to 2009 when they won the additional qualifying tournament for Belgium to get into the EuroBasket that year. And they made it to the quarterfinals, and he's been the head coach ever since.
And as you pointed out before, there's a big difference in Collet's experience on this stage, in this level, and Coach Pizzacco, again, after being ejected, you know, Coach Pizzacco's biggest impact in this game can be being with his team down the stretch, and let's hope that he's able to control his emotions over there and well, we've seen the power of emotion and how it's impacted teams' comebacks, teams leading at halftime, another team makes a run. The teams that have played the best together and played with that emotion have come out on top. We'll see how it develops for these two teams today.
As well, and Fournier of 2003, and in that Italy team that year went on to play at the Olympics, Pacheco, when he was a vital member of the Italy squad. Now he's the coach. And for France, well, they are there or thereabouts every single time. There's Pacheco hugging his former coach, Recca County, and it really is hard to fully comprehend, you know, how that, if his exit impacted his team. Are these such veteran players that they know exactly how they're supposed to play, and they just went out and got the job done? I know as the head coach, you got to be over there, you got to be making important decisions, but did it help them knowing they had to go out and win it for their coach? I don't think we'll ever really know.
Again, that was the beauty of the moment, the drama of it all, but as a head coach, your biggest impact is to be there with your team, making decisions to help control the game.
France versus Italy. Let's start.
Good late afternoon, everybody. We're in Berlin, Germany for the FIBA EuroBasket quarterfinals. It's the second day of the quarterfinals, and it's France taking on Italy. We know that Germany will take on Spain in one semifinal. Who's going to make up the other semifinal? Well, these two teams trying to make it, and Evan Fournier comes right out and strikes the three-pointer.
We've seen it before, the staggered double screen. Fournier catches, late shot clock, big three to start the game.
Spicer falls over. Shot clock winding down. Tonut from a long way out. Yabusele boxed out, and Gobert able to pick up the loose ball, then he fumbles it away, and here comes Polonara, goes up for the dunk. Fournier into the paint. Guarding Fournier, and he drives in, and there is the attempted follow by Yabusele, and Fontecchio has it knocked away, but he gets it back. Polonara now from the right, and Terry Tarpey sort of rebounds it and hands it off to Albison.
It looks like there's a lot of air in the ball right now, the way it's bouncing around out there.
Go out and deflate it. Spicer and his three-point shooting finished with 22 points the other night. Admittedly had the game of his life against Serbia. Melly gets inside and kind of banged with Yabusele looking for a foul, doesn't get it. referee appealing to them to blow the whistle, thinking that Melly was fouled. And Fontecchio is fouled by Terry Tarpey, shooting the long jump shot.
And again, what we like about this situation, Tarpey giving his best to guard him, fouls him, calls mate, and Tarpey raises his hand. Yep, I got him.
In other words, just own it.
And get ready for the next play.
Ooh, that's a rare miss for Fontecchio. He had 19 points and 5 rebounds the other day against Serbia, and he didn't miss a three-pointer. Excuse me. He did miss a three. He missed 3 of them. He was 3 of 6. He was 3 of 3 at one point. Now, here comes France. Leading 5-3. Fournier looks good. And he's definitely got that look today, doesn't he?
And you love Coach Collet's game plan. Establish the scoring, put the ball in Fournier's hands several possessions in a row to start the game.
Fontecchio, one player that France did not want to get open looks. He has it knocked away. Really deep from Tony, knocking it away. Now Fournier again, just into the paint. They're going to count that?
I think that the debate was about, was it a shot or a pass? And they correctly ruled it was off a pass. He's clearly throwing the lob to Gobert on the foul.
So they called the foul on Spissu. And here's Fournier again, gets inside, what a finish! What a finish from Fournier.
2 points, France.
Jeff, the body control to split the defenders and then scoop it up.
Woo. The strength in the wrist.
Beautiful play by Evan Fournier.
Pizzeco is already showing signs of his concentration fraying over there, complaining about the refs, going over to the table. There's Fontecchio, high arcing shot, well short. Don't forget they fell behind Italy against Serbia early and were able to come back. There is a shot that hits off the side of the backboard. And now a technical foul has been called on Evan Fournier for talking to Glizic. And you might remember the other night, Fournier was complaining that he was fouled on the fast break at the end of the game.
If I miss, it's my problem. I will not go with that.
So Spissu makes the free throw.
No basket.
So they're calling it tight and almost kind of a zero tolerance policy, it feels like.
They're trying to set the tone and let the players know, here's the line. Now it's on the players and coaches to adjust.
In other words, play the game, let us call the game.
100%. And Jeff, you know, one of the great things that Italy did to upset Serbia was attack Jokic with their pick and pops. And we see early in the game, Italy going to the same pick and pop situations, but France switching the pick and rolls with Melli and the guard taking away those pops.
Tonu. Tough shot with Gobert. Rim protecting. Tarpe flies in. What a shot. And France race into an early 13-4 lead. 5.5 minutes remaining in the opening quarter.
Qualsiasi gioco giochiamo lo dobbiamo riuscire a portare a termine. Mica la palla qua, veniamo su per prendere la palla, non riusciamo ad andare a fare no, diretti come dei missili, se chiamiamo L, Marco, a un certo punto, se ti sta seguendo fermo e poi riparti, ok? Dobbiamo giocare più veloci in attacco, dobbiamo muovere la palla più velocemente.
Well, I think the tone setting decisions by the referees, and you can hear the conversation with Paseko and Zarapovic is like, play basketball, guys. And that's exactly what Fournier was doing early on.
You like the game plan from France? Establish your go-to scorer, Fournier, get him some opportunities, and then obviously paying attention and expecting to play through Melli. Very good game plan to start this game from France. You see the switch?
Fontecchio to Melli, over to Spissu. It is good again. And if Spissu gets it going, then that changes everything.
The ball movement for Italy was so key for Serbia. You could see the teamwork right there. Spissu buries his first three.
Fournier stops and a little long. Fontecchio avoids Albasi. Passing a little crisper now from Italy. Fontecchio back outside to Melli. The presence of Gobert, you can see, is really affecting shots.
Gobert is much more mobile than Jokic. He's able to switch, he's able to recover and still impact plays with his length.
Bounce pass to Gobert. Over to Tarpe. Hands it back to Gobert, and he goes up for the dunk. And for the second time in recent days, we have seen him sky for the throwdown. We saw that against Slovenia as well when he dunked it over Doncic.
There's just no challenge for Italy because they don't have the length.
Tonu, that's all. Oh, terrific rebound by Melli. He was pushed. He took off outside the keyway there.
It's amazing. Great pass from Tarpe, good patience, teamwork, and a great finish.
That's a good sign, seeing Hertel into it on the bench. The lob to Fontecchio. Wow.
Nice end-line inbound play right at the rim.
Italy number 0, Marcos Spissu, second person.
Look at this. Hertel's now coming in. Datome and Payola comes in for Spissu. Call on Fournier. They must have hit him again when it went over.
Again, you like Fournier, doesn't complain, gets ready to guard, knows he'll do a better job next time. But excellent ball pressure here from Italy. They've got some guards that can really pressure the ball.
Fontecchio for three, and he's heating up.
What an isolation step-back shot. Great play from Fontecchio.
And now Payola comes up with the steal. Here he is on the break. Is he going to take it all the way? He takes a difficult shot. This is Fontecchio, even with Carpe close, flirting with a foul as well. And some good signs from Italy here. Ball goes off the hands of the captain, Datome. Luau Cabarro also in the left corner. Here he comes to receive the basketball. Yabusele, he can shoot it, and he can make it. A three-pointer right over Molinaro.
Really good defense, that possession from Italy. Yabusele hits a big shot.
And jump shot bounces off the rim and over the backboard.
Really interesting watching Molinaro pressure the ball here against Hertel.
Dribble hand off to Luau Cabarro. Again, back to Hertel. Payola guarding him. Now he gets it to Luau Cabarro. Shooters. That was a Brad shot, wasn't it?
It was. Back rim and down. But a great pass from Hertel. Everybody expected the play inside to Gobert. He found the lifting shooter. Nice play for France.
Lead goes back to 9 points. Fontecchio. Excellent.
Jeff, that's too easy. He just curled to the basket. There was no help from the bigs. Right to the rim.
Gobert. Fontecchio, Italy. Clogging the middle, and now Datome. His shot rattles out, but they get another chance, and so does Datome from the right corner, and it's good! That's a good shooter. He doesn't hesitate.
Yeah, back-to-back three-point looks. Great job finding the shooter for a second chance opportunity. Datome makes it count.
Hertel left open. This game is heating up nicely. Final minute of the first quarter. Ritchie goes up and is fouled. This was Hertel.
And as soon as Melli dropped with a diver, two guys on the diver there, open up space. Hertel, too good a shooter to let him hit his first shot of the game like that.
So banging also in for Italy, and both Poirier and Mbaye come into the game. For France, Paul Beliga comes in for Italy. Ritchie, again, going to work, guarded by Mbaye. Payola, front and back, comes out. Hertel over to, well, Luau Cabarro thought about it. and roll. And the pass goes over to Invite. In the end, Luau Cabarro for three. That's his second. And that was no grad shot that time. Payola, however, has time. He gets it to Datome. Good! Well, high scoring first quarter for France, but Italy still within touch. Pulled to within 7 points on that Datome three-pointer.
Datome hit the three from the other corner. Here, the buzzer beater from the other corner. Again, the veteran player, positive impact for Italy.
At the end of one, France lead Italy 27-20.
Sei quello l'unico che sa sempre se fanno lo stacco. Lo sai perfettamente perché
Looking at the numbers, we see 6 for 8 3-point shooting, 75% from the field in the first quarter, shooting three, 71% from the floor for France. So again, Italy's got to come up with some improved defense to get some stops. As you say, only a 7-point game, they're still in striking distance.
Fournier started fast. 9 points to lead them in scoring. And Polinar got his first two after the Gobert turnover. And Gobert has been able to establish himself pretty early. It looks like Italy are going to try to pack that paint to limit him. This was the shot of the day right there.
Beautiful finish for Fournier.
Datome has come off the bench, hasn't played that many minutes, only 4 minutes, but he scored 6 points. Well, scan in that barcode with your smartphone camera and download the app to get Courtside 1891 for video stream schedules and sports. Second quarter underway, France up 27-20. Italy, who just got a three from Datome, start with possession. Here's Datome again to Baliga. He tries luck against Poirier. Nope. And France are called for a hold.
With Baliga on the floor, you can expect France to be middle pick and roll, use him as a diver. That time, instead of diving to the rim, he went into a wide pin down for Datome. And then they tried to duck in Richie.
Fournier back into the game for Charpé. Richie from the right. Payola able to knock it away. Here's Fournier. Open floor, takes it right to Mannion. Great hustle back by Datome, who's making quite an impact. Now Mannion bumped and fouled by Poirier. Look at this block.
Great extra effort, great hustle. Coach Prosecco loves it.
Mannion zigzagging his way. Oh, another swat. Italy wanting a goal interference. Thinking it was off the backboard maybe. Looked like a good block. Nice pass to Luau Cabarro, and this time Baliga got up there and effected his shot. Datome, will it be his third three? Oh, it doesn't go down. Baliga, oh, he can't stand up. And well, they called a foul. Yeah, Italy believe there was goal interference on that shot by Manny. Watch this. What do you think? See if it hits the backboard first.
Wow, that's close.
It may have.
And you have a good sign for Italy here in the early going. They've got 5 offensive rebounds. Rebounds are tied 10-10.
Nice pump fake. Nice recovery, though, by Luau Cabarrot. Great effort by Italy on defense. They're picking up the intensity.
Datome again, deflection.
And excellent work by Baliga to get that basketball back. Mannion with a runner. Baliga, look at him fight in there with Poirier, and France is going to not get the basketball. Baliga earning his living on the boards.
And we've seen the multiple efforts, working hard. It makes a big difference. Extra possession here for Italy thanks to Baliga.
Great minutes from Datome. He's going to go out. Poyola out. Poyola's going to be inbound to the basketball. So Fontecchio comes back in. Interesting matchup with Luau Cabarrot, and then he hands it off to Richie. So strong and good decision making.
You love the teamwork of Italy. That was a really aware pass from Fontecchio and a nice finish in the lane.
Hertel, wow, just a clutch player, isn't he?
And it goes back to the first shot he made. It was too easy. A shooter like that hits the first one.
Look out.
All it takes is one, and he's hot.
There's Mannion. Hertel, quite the weapon coming off the bench. He actually started in the first game. It didn't go well. And that loss to Germany. And he's been coming off the bench ever since.
Italy number 6 for Baliga, first personal.
For the foul, Baliga. So very good, hard-working effort from Italy, but France are still up by 8 points and with possession. Somebody goes out, meanwhile, and Yabusele is back in the game. Fournier with the left hand. And this foul's on Italy coming over the back, or a push. Yeah, push.
And again, that's the size of the French front line. Poirier just bullying his way in the lane.
So Baliga picks up his second.
Baliga working hard, trying to hold his ground.
Luau Cabarrot from the corner. It's his third three-pointer. He's having his best game.
And France needs that production off the bench. Really important for Luau Cabarrot. Big shots.
Fontecchio, goodness me, his shot making is just off the charts. Dennis Schroeder in the house, folks. He loves the basketball.
Jeff, Fontecchio is closely guarded and hits this shot. You can see using the screen, contested. You know, that's just outstanding shot making.
Hertel again, and this time from his favorite spot, misses. Gets rid of the basketball quickly. Italy's certainly better when they're passing it around But when those passes are good, that time Melly was trying to post up. Melly's really hasn't been able to get into it yet offensively.
And Jeff, we've seen a couple just passing catch mistakes here. One on the end line inbound from Detome in here. So again, just a little bit more focus needed from this Italian team in their ball movement. Team offensive weapons for both of these squads.
Six minutes to go in the first half. And look at Fontecchio doing it on defense as well. And referee again saying that the basketball has gone off of France.
So 2 backcourt violations forced by this Italian defense with their ball pressure. Trying to trim into this deficit here.
France already surpassing their average for three-point shots. Already with more makes than they usually get an average. And here's the drive for Italy, and they close the gap even further.
Great teamwork, attacking closeouts. Spissu, nice little runner in the paint.
Luau Cabarro trying to make the extra pass. Throws it out of bounds. So Gobert comes back in.
Poirier expected him to shoot, and sometimes we'll say no friends in the paint. When you get in the paint, you're a scorer finish.
Here's Melly. Ooh. He sees Tonu open.
Really good offense, wide open shot for a great shooter.
Boy, look at the intensity on defense of this Italy team. Oh, Yabusele got around, and here is an open three. So both teams now missing. And Fontecchio has it knocked away by Fournier. Excuse me, knocked away by Ertel. Well, good minutes from Luau Cabarro. He goes out. Tarpe back in the game. Spissu as well for Italy. Fontecchio. So France came in averaging 7.8 threes, and they're right now 8 of 12. So Here is Gobert, and again, can't catch it cleanly. And it leads to a break for Italy, and Polonara gets it up, and that is goal interference.
And Jeff, great transition for Italy, but I think Hertel meant to pass that ball to Fournier.
Ah, right.
And Gobert intercepted it, leading to the turnover.
We're back to a 4-point game. The winner of this game will play the winner of the next game in the semifinals. It's Slovenia going up against Poland in the second semifinal, and another mistake, another turnover by France.
Jeff, 9 turnovers for France at this point.
Wow. Another turnover for Italy. They've only turned it over 4 times. Albasi to Yabusele. He's open, and he makes another for Le Bleu.
Really good offense for France. It's a middle pick and roll, short action, but it's a corner step out from the dunker spot. Yabusele steps out, buries the 3.
Fontecchio, what a pass. But Melli can't go up there. Polonara is open. And Yabusele, no doubt, impacted that shot.
Three on the clock.
He's got to hurry. And great defense yet again. Another turnover.
And again, just not efficient with the shot clock on that possession. You got Yabusele on a really nice 3 in the corner of the play before. You know, you get your stop, you want to come up and put back-to-back plays together. They've got to do a better job executing their 10th turnover here in the first half.
Fontecchio explodes. Missed it badly. And now the lob. And Rudy just laid it up and in. Well, at times Italy have had the wind in their sails, but you look at the score and it's a 9-point lead for France. The latest bucket from Rudy Gobert after the feed from Andrew Albasi.
Albasi with a really nice decision. Again, throwing it up high over the defense where only Gobert can catch it and finish. And again, you see Gobert running the floor so well as a big.
Ogni volta che facciamo pick and roll con Nick cambiano. Nick va profondo, non me ne foto un cazzo prima di dargliela dentro. Non me ne foto un cazzo, gliela diamo dentro. La perdiamo, non fa niente. Gliela diamo Nick. Sempre, ok? Aki, l'unica cosa, che Bisele si mette la palla per terra è un disastro. Quindi se devi giocare con Sau, vaffanculo vai perché non tiri che la butti per terra. E adesso giochiamo. Fa tornare L3 lato. L3 lato. Cerca di forzare il cambio così ti attacchi altri. 1, 2, 3, andiamo
Well, both teams came ready to play today, it feels like. Once they got over the little hiccup in the first quarter, and whether you like those calls or not, they have definitely had their intended impact. Both these teams now playing basketball.
Yeah, locked
playing
in.
hard. Yeah, locked in. That's a good. There's Dirk Nowitzki. He's locked in as well. Up there with Holger Geswinder. Fontecchio over to the corner. Spisu. Only 2 minutes to go in the first half. Says something about the competition that these two teams are meeting each other in the quarterfinals. There's Fournier, bounces over. In other words, there are a lot of good teams.
And we've seen great basketball. We've seen some amazing games. Really good defensive stand there from Italy. France tried to post up Gobert. They really did a great job pressuring, forced Fournier into a tough shot. And again, you're staring at a 9-point deficit. You've got a minute 41. Italy needs to finish this second quarter strong.
Pisu, back to Melli. Melli hands it off. Great play by Melli.
Oh.
Polonara just didn't finish it, did he? I mean, he put it up there, but you gotta dunk it.
Gobert took it off the rim.
Yeah, I mean, with Gobert out there, you gotta dunk it.
Yep.
Now, if it's on the rim, you can knock it off.
Beautiful.
Nice pass. And now we see a really focused Italy, not settling.
Well, again, the switch happened. Fournier is on Melli, and the veterans, Datome, Melli, know exactly what to do. Great feed, had the angle to score, and a strong finish for Melli.
Yabusele, Albasi, open, high arcing shot. Oh, it goes in and out. Okay.
Here's the duck in. Look at Melli use his body. Great angle to score. And you can see the dunk energize the Italian team. Now we've got a defensive stop, and they have a chance to cut this 7-point game to 5.
Melli again. Goes in, and this time too far.
We talked before the game, look for that pick and pop situation. It presented itself here. Melli attacks the basket, but you can see, look at Yabusele stepping in, perfect position.
Call. It's a great call.
Outstanding defense from Gerson Yabusele.
Mais on peut jouer plus vite là. Encore une fois, tu as utilisé le ballon. Non, non, non. Non, non, on a fait, on vient de la faire. On a 4 fautes. On n'a pas de faute. On joue un chest. Le normal, d'accord? Le chest no, c'est pareil. Tu ne fais pas des frappes préalables, tu viens pour le deuxième, tu t'écartes. Toi, Gershon, on va le jouer sur la main droite de Thomas qui va aller loin. Plonger. Evan, il va s'écarter. Je veux que tu coupes. En même temps que Thomas il part, tu coupes complètement. Et toi, tu viens large, d'accord? Et là, ici, normalement, il faut le changement arrière-arrière. Tu pars vraiment en même temps que Thomas. Tu coupes. Et toi, tu fais un bon écran. Tu fais un bon écran et tu t'évases. Tu t'écartes. Allez, grand frère, Thomas. Si tu ne peux pas trouver quelque chose, respecte pour refaire écran pour Thomas. Respecte pour refaire écran.
So Italy on the back foot a little bit here, playing catch-up for the entire first half.
What did we see, though, yesterday? Teams that were leading at halftime had runs made at them, and the trailing team controlled momentum and tempo in the second half, so let's see how it all develops. Look for middle pick and roll situation here. It looks like they're setting up a Spain pick and roll with Gobert and Fournier.
Look at Fournier, gets up. Oh, gets swatted by Melli. What a terrific block. Boy, Melli, sensational.
Look at this recovery.
Wow.
And I like this substitution here. Mannion plays with such great pace to attack the rim, and it looks like that Tome comes in for Tonu.
Hey guys, calm down. Take it easy. Hey, whoa.
So obviously comes in to guard Mannion. Mannion will try to get to the basket. Well, he gets it to Fontecchio, and he gets blocked by Luwawu Cabarro. Wow. The rim protection at the end of the first half.
Both ends, both baskets.
Both teams playing hard, intense, and we have a quarterfinal humdinger. 38-31, France over Italy at halftime.
And Jeff, look at the numbers here. 52% for France from the field, 33 for Italy, 9 for 16 from 3 for France. Again, France struggling with the 11 turnovers, but out rebounding Italy 19-16. France has to be pleased with where they are, but if they watch the games from yesterday, the start for this third quarter is critical for both teams.
Evan Fournier coming out and scoring 9 points to lead France. Polnar picking up the loose ball there. He's got 4. And Rudy Gobert so far, 6 points, 5 rebounds on his way to another double-double, no doubt. A spectacular drive by Fournier. So that was his only 3, wasn't it? So Fontecchio, 11 points to lead all scorers. Fontecchio 2 of 3 from deep. Luwawu Cabarro has been he had a burst of points. His defense was solid.
Yeah, he's helped their team off the bench.
Haven't seen a Kobo yet, have we? And I don't know if that's by design. Maybe he feels Albisi is a much better fit for guarding Spissu, perhaps. This is Cabarro, Luwawu Cabarro. And then Fontecchio went right to the other end to hit that 3, one of his 2 threes. And again, France have really shot the 3-pointer well today. 9 of 16. Remember, they came in averaging 7.8 threes per game. So maybe that's going to be it from 3-point range for France.
But Jeff, you expected Italy to be the 3-point shooting team in this game, and it's a good sign for France that they're hitting their shots. We can expect the ball movement to improve in the second half for Italy, and hopefully for them, they can impact the game from the 3-point line in the third quarter.
38-31, France on top at halftime. Rudy again. Got it! Rudy is just rolling back the years right now, folks. Rudy Fernandez, he is stealing skill. Oh, look at Schroeder. Uh-oh. Look at that. There's Akis. Schroeder does that at least once a game, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He gets the right angle. And the lob to Thanasis.
Again, Thanasis at the Campo's value.
Pass to the corner. Venezuela gets rejected by Munson.
Thanasis is such a great passer. What a combination with a finisher with the target and length.
Strange and Tyder take the lead with a three. Brown avoids the defense, hands it off, and guess what? Another dog for Aaron and Gomez.
And we see better ball movement and teamwork. Everybody focused on understand what's at stake here. The experience. Look at the ball pressure from Spain.
23 points for Aaron Gomez.
Great job by Reyes Fernandez.
Long shot, good! Can you believe it? Unbelievable from Janssenen. Beyond half court. It was good from the time it left his hands. Unreal. Look at this. And it's a celebration right now.
Look at this, Tice recovers, pins it on the board.
And Agravanis. Lucas from a long way out. Good! Can you believe it? The second game in a row. A shot from half court or even beyond. And Greece take a 4-point lead to halftime.
I mean, Jeff, Schroeder comes over to double him and he still shoots it.
Unbelievable.
Straight switch. Beautiful.
Here's Markkanen. Guarded closely by Wancho. He spins, he calls the double teaming. Oh, what a block by Aaron Gomez. He was triple teamed and it was just too much. Well, the big moment for these players as they try to get into the games where they know they can win one of the two games and at least get to the podium. Of course, both of these teams, I guess, with big aims at this event. You take it one game at a time, right? You're hungry to get to the podium, but you just take it one game at a time.
Yeah, you've got to survive in advance. You focus on the next matchup in front of you. Both of these coaches have done a very good job preparing their teams. But like we've seen in several games, the start of the third quarter has been critical. You know, we've had several teams look like they've been in control at halftime and have the momentum. And then other teams have responded with runs. So let's see if Italy can put their run together here to start the third quarter.
Fonteca leading the way with 11 points. 4 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from three-point range rather, 2 of 5 from inside the arc.
Like Franz Wagner, he's been impressive scoring in a variety of ways. Basket cuts, creating a shot one-on-one, scored at the rim, isolation.
Evan Fournier started really strong. And it's like you said, just to establish him. And then he started to struggle a little bit and finished 3 of 10 overall, just 1 of 5 inside the arc.
Well, again, you saw some turnovers and lack of efficiency from France, and that allowed Italy to cut back into the game. But you love the fact that your go-to scorer made his imprint early in the game. And again, you'll see France go back to him again. But good defensive adjustments. For example, he takes Melli to the basket, but Melli makes the great effort to pin it off the glass. So again, teams are going to try to step up and take away these go-to scorers like a Fournier.
So the only 3 players not to play for France, Maledon, Okobo, and Mustafa Fowl.
Hey, Jeff.
Italy's only Baldasso's not played. Sorry.
No, France just has to do a better job taking care of the ball, executing. They allowed Italy some offensive rebounds here. Again, Spissu with the big game, 6 threes. Fantastic performance against Serbia, also making an impact here. But, against Serbia, Italy was able to attack with the pick and pop. France was prepared, they switched. So now where is the teamwork and ball movement going to be created from with Italy? Again, you can see the middle pick and rolls into the wide pin. But again, they've got to generate that quick ball movement to get that team play that was so effective in the last game.
Rudy Gobert. I guess the stats never really tell his true story as well, because he's got, in addition to that, he's affected a lot of shots. He doesn't have any blocks, but he must have affected 3 or 4 shots at the rim.
And again, his size and length is just different for Italy. They don't have really a counter to Gobert playing above the rim. We have not seen France try to post up Yabusele. They've played mostly pick and roll situations in the first half. And again, Italy's done a very good job rebounding. They've limited France to 2 offensive rebounds. So this is a key factor for the Italian defense.
Well, my suggestion would be, if one of these teams gets off to a fast start here, we get a quick timeout, because yesterday it felt like Greece waited too long to call that timeout.
For sure. The run became 22-1, and for Greece, it's like, hey, Germany can't play any better offensively than they did, and who expected a 22-1 run in that third quarter? The momentum just took over. But we can expect Italy to really battle here, and for France, it's about understanding it and being more precise with their execution, creating good shots, and continuing to get their stops defensively.
Don't forget, France were right about to go out. When you could look at the players on the bench, some of them were already prepared to exit this tournament, and they just got the biggest gift in the world from Turkey with the missed free throws and the turnover, and then France got a possession and they were able to force overtime.
And sometimes it's a win like that that defines a team's run and gets them on that magical run. France has come out and played well here in the first half. They've put themselves in a great position. But as we've said, the key right now is how you start this third quarter and how you play the second half.
Un look tête, et il va tourner autour, d'accord? Et après c'est pareil, tu viens et tu passes derrière. Toi tu passes de l'autre côté, il n'y a que Evan derrière. Look tête, tutto quello che ci abbiamo, dai, 20 minuti. 20 minuti, raga, dai!
Siamo dove volevamo essere. Giochiamo la morte finale.
Scanning the barcode for your FIBA EuroBasket app in your smartphone. It has everything that you need. Highly recommended.
Jeff, how about the emotion in the Italian huddle right there?
Yeah.
This team is going to bring emotion. They're going to come after them. Let's see if they can reach that same level that carried them through to the big win, upset win over Serbia.
Well, if France aren't, if they know, if they're not going to come out strong, well, they haven't learned the lessons that have been presented to them from everybody else, including themselves in the first game against Turkey.
And the great thing about a tournament is you can learn by watching other teams and other games and pick up small details that can help you. And all of those details can make a difference.
It's interesting that Ertel starts the second half. So clearly Collet wants him in right now, and there you go. Gobert makes the additional pass to Yabusele.
Beautiful action, short pick and roll. You see Gobert, Yabusele, interior passing, easy two.
What did you say the phrase was? No friends?
No friends in the paint.
But he had a friend there, Yabusele. Oh, the behind-the-back pass. Spissu, Tonut, Meli, Fontecchio, and Polonara. Because France, France made one pass too many in the first half, and Mike said no friends in the paint. Because sometimes you can overpass in the paint.
Without a doubt, but that time was great interior passing and an easy two for Yabusele.
Mike is teaching me a different language. And that is a swish from Tonut.
Great sign for Tonut to come out and hit his shot.
He's been lost in the mix a little bit this summer. He was really a scorer last year. Here's Ertel, rattles out. And Fontecchio rebounds and runs. Here's Tonut again. And Fontecchio fouls Gobert. Extra pass is being made by France here, and there is the penetration now to Fournier. Yabusele, and just off a little bit. Tonut gets it into Polonara. And again, Italy were not missing many threes against Serbia. Shot 42% from three-point range. So far, Mike, it feels like in this early part of this third quarter, neither team has really established itself. Although it looked like Fontecchio might have just tapped it into the French basket. There's Boris Diop, longtime France star, former captain.
Really good patience there. Again, you see Polonara caught on Gobert. Gobert, recognizing late shot, gets the shot up. Basket interference.
Yabusele with the rebound. Italy really struggling against this French team right now. You can feel it. Here's Yabusele again. They get it to Gobert, and he's hacked by Tonut.
So in the first half, Jeff, we didn't see the post touches, and they've come out. Yabusele at the rim. Back-to-back post touches here for Gobert. Ooh.
They could review that, couldn't they?
I think it was unintentional. Just caught him in the face.
Gobert's shot free throw is really well in Cologne. Hasn't shot it quite as well here. this crowd pulling for the Italians here, making a little bit more noise, and Gobert gets to go. So France with the 10-point lead. Their biggest lead has been 11. Spissu, got it! Well, maybe it'll be Spissu who sparks Italy again.
He's playing with so much confidence.
Fournier goes behind his back, almost loses it, gets it backdoor cut, and there's Yabusele. And again, the cut, nice handoff. And Polonara goes up, and Rudy takes the kick where it hurts inadvertently.
Great job by Italy right there, getting the Melli post up.
Oh boy. Gobert called with a charge, and Melli kind of baited him into it, to be honest.
He sure did. So Melli bumped Gobert for position. Gobert looked at the official, and then you can see him here. Boom. Like, Rudy, you are not screening Melli. You are screening the ball handler's defender. He got baited into that foul right there.
And this is where he got kicked by Polonara. It's been a tough sequence for Rudy Gobert. The Italians all of a sudden showing some life. All it takes is one or two plays, and this thing can change dramatically. Melli with a good catch. Back outside to Fontecchio. Melli again, they're running out of time. He's got to put it up. And they crash the boards, and a push on France. Is it on Gobert? They called the push on Fournier. Oh no, they called it on Hurtel. It kind of looked like Polonara was almost like shoving him away, wasn't it? Didn't it? So Italy, there is Fontecchio. So it just goes to show sometimes calls don't go your way, but they just had a couple big calls go their way, you know?
Yeah, got to keep playing.
Hurtel drives in, misses the layup. All of a sudden, France out of sync. And look at that. The Statue of Liberty from Fontecchio. That was appropriate.
Kept the ball high, great finish. And again, it's now a 5-point game. France has to be efficient with their offense here.
Now the Sully goes up strong. Goodness me. Oh, they're not going to count it? Did they not count it because he hung on the rim?
That's a great question, Jeff. Again, it looked to me like he finished through contact. He hung on the rim. I didn't see him make an extra effort to try to tip it in.
Sometimes we can hear the referee. They're all mic'd up. And again, Yabusele. It's going to be pretty physical and intense, I think, for the next few minutes.
Every possession counts. And again, you can see the physicality factor, the energy factor of Italy has disrupted France and trimmed the deficit.
Well, Yabusele, that was a nice response for him. Fight fire with fire, so to speak. Here we go. Spissu now. Gets rid of it. Turn it back to Melli! Goodness me, he's got springs and he's fouled on the play. once they make up their minds to really get it going, they are tough to stop, aren't they?
Well, again, you see Fall just into the game. He's into the pick and roll situation. He's got a drop with a diver. Tonant with a beautiful pass, engages him, and then Melli gets downhill.
It's almost as if Foul's engine is not running hot enough yet.
Well, again, his first appearance
in the game,
yeah, they go right at him, pick and roll. And Melli is a challenging matchup for these bigs. So skillful in that pick and roll, pick and pop.
Back to 4 points now. Italy chipping away. Here's where Foul has been effective. Passes it back out to Yabusele. It looks good. It is good.
And again, Foul is an underrated passer out of the post. That was a beautiful post reaction play. Yabusele with a big three.
Tonu. Now that's more like it. His driving can really help Italy.
Fournier's got to direct him into the screen. Great job by Tonu rejecting the pick and roll, getting to the basket.
Fournier up and Adam.
Tonu warned for flopping on the play, but it's been hard for Fournier to get some easy looks, and he got one right there.
If he's going to put up the three, it's going to be over Foul. Nope, he gets it to Melli again, who turns. He goes right at Fournier. And that was at the other end. Two fouls for Fournier. He sits down. So Luau Cabarro in the game. He had a good first half. Big time for him to come in, and Luau Cabarro reaches in and commits to foul. So free throws the rest of the way for Italy. Feels like Italy should be closer than 8 points, doesn't it?
Again, some big threes from Yabusele and Fournier have rebuilt the deficit, rebuilt the lead for France. But Italy's chipping away. After the Melli pick and roll and one against Fall now switching screens. And here Fontecchio attacks the closeout, draws the foul. Interesting time for France with Fournier on the bench.
15 points for Fontecchio, just as a scoring machine. And Datome, who was really good in the first half, comes back in, looking to make the same impact with Italy down by 6 points. Melli's raised his level. And they'll be looking for Payola to do the same. I think they have Spissu on Ertel, and I think they might want to put Payola on him, but the pass, and they wrap it around, and foul goes up and doesn't finish strong. Melli again! And Nicolo Melli is taken off.
Got to finish your plays at one end. Foul, go strong to the rim, try to dunk it. He doesn't, leaves it unfinished. Melli finishes his.
A foul on Melli. Here is his dunk at the other end. You can just see Melli, his eyes light up and you know he's going all the way. He's got 7 points. Luau Cabarro, and his pass. No friends out here.
I thought he was throwing to you.
That was pretty far off. Okay, guarding Payola. Here comes Datome for three. Good! And Italy have closed the gap to one. Look at Pazzecco. France calling timeout.
Double screen for Datome. Outstanding shooter. Buries it. Datome has been big for Italy.
And right now, Italy with the momentum. And that's a great team that can do that with Fontecchio on the bench.
Datome, on le sait, donc il faut anticiper à l'opposé. Après, de l'autre côté, si on fait pouce, si on fait l'écran là, ça sert à rien. Il faut vraiment prendre le temps. Il faut d'abord jouer là, descendre là, et arriver après. Ce qu'il faut, c'est donner la balle à l'intérieur. Là, on joue à plus net, ok? On refait un, plus facile sur un. Les marquages par en haut.
Well, this is one of Melli's dunks. And what's impressive for me about Italy is Datome coming off the bench. He's only played 7 minutes. He's got 9 points.
Again, three-point shooter. Hit the 2 corner threes in the first half, and now when they need a big bucket. Let's see how France responds here.
See if Foul can have a more determined finish.
And again, I like it, attacking Melli in the post, picking up his second foul here in the last few minutes, third for the game.
So Melli's going to go out of the game, and Richie's going to come in.
Collet brings Fournier back in as well, recognizing the moment of the game.
So it's been a
Every time it's like this.
So Foul splits 2 free throws. How long will it be before we see those guys back in the game? 2 points, the advantage for France. Fournier back in. Here's Datome. They can't lose him. And
Fournier did a fantastic job beating screens there, being there on the catch and contesting.
I thought he might foul him for a minute there. He's fouled a few three-point shooters in this tournament. Here's Fournier. He's going to launch it from 3 and foul with the rebound. Luau Cabarrot is fouled by Ricci. It just feels kind of like Luau Cabarrot has figured it out finally.
Yeah, he's been big for them off the bench. Again, hit the threes in the first half. Now he's active cutting when his teammate needs him. Nice shot fake. Again, we saw foul. He didn't really finish strong to the hoop. Here's Luau Cabarrot shot faking and going to the hoop, drawing the foul. The referees are not going to give you a foul call if you're going soft. He went strong to the basket and drew the foul.
So good contribution from Luau Cabarrot. And it seems Collet is just going to stick with foul. I hope he can pick it up a little bit. You definitely feel it seems like he's moving around a little bit slow today. Let's go see if they attack him. Here goes Payola. Datome again, and another three-pointer. Well, he's not going to make them all, but his former Italy international Andrea Meneghine watches, and now the turnover, and Magnin goes in, and that is bad news for France because Italy have taken the lead. It's usually Albasi that takes the ball off of opponents. Fournier, high arcing shot, Just goes off to the right, but the strong rebound. Fournier again. Tough shot. Fournier tries to bank it in.
And Jeff, you said it. Fournier's got to create better shots for himself there. Needs higher percentage shots.
Mannion starting to make his first big impact in this game. He's looking lost.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Confusion. Mannion right to the rim.
They've been through the difficult part now. They've taken the lead for the Italians. Fournier. France in a funk. Mannion again. Gets in, hands it off, and the foul! And boy, has Mannion changed things a lot for Italy.
Again, he attacked the advantage situation against foul, but it's the teamwork, the basket cut from the backside. Polonara, great basket cut. Here we see it, look at the play. Again, as Fournier, his man, stepped to help, he followed the defensive rotation, basket cut, 2 free throws. Excuse me, 3-point play.
Wow. 6, and Yabusele. Ooh. Well, France winning that, Italy winning that quarter 31-18. And it was over the latter part of the quarter that they did the damage. Italy on top, 62-56 against France. 10 minutes remaining.
So here we are, the numbers starting to even out a little bit. But again, you look at the turnovers that France has suffered here, most notably the giveaway where Mannion got the steal and gave Italy the lead. And again, when you start talking about France, early in the quarter, they created good shots at the rim for themselves. And then as the defense picked up, they did not create the same open looks. So France has to have teamwork, better teamwork for better shots on the offensive end. They got to take care of the basketball and focus on getting some defensive stops, containing the basketball in their pick and roll coverage.
Italy closing that quarter with a 17-3 run.
Wow. And we've seen some runs, from trailing teams, but we have yet to see a team that was leading at halftime reassert themselves and take the momentum back. That's the challenge here for France. And now we see Hertel and Gobert back on the court. Can France make their run?
France are going to pick it up and almost force a turnover.
Very good ball pressure from Fournier and Yabusele there. Let's see if they can finish this defensive possession.
Now that Italy have their noses in front, are they going to be hard to catch? They seem to thrive on the confidence. Here's Mannion. Over Yabusele. Shot clock down to 5. Hertel for 3. And the cold shooting French looking for some inspiration from somebody.
And Jeff, you can just see the ball movement, the pace picking up here for Italy.
Datome. Well, that would have been very bad for France if that one had gone in. You can see him caving in here. Here's Rudy Gobert. Takes it. And they just packed the lower part of that lane.
Outstanding team defense. Mannion in the pick and roll, and then the help defense right there. Italy asserting itself.
Ritchie with a little turnaround, fade away. So even the less celebrated Italians are getting it done right now. Italy fans up with their team up by 8 points. And another turnover and a foul called by Hurtel. And France right now are reeling. Pizzacco asking him to go look at it again to see if there's an unsportsmanlike. It's got to come from this end for France. Maybe get a turnover and go the other way because they're just out of sync on offense. And Ritchie, meanwhile, gets him another chance. This time he doesn't cash in. Kobo has checked into the game for France. First appearance. And he gets in, takes a difficult shot. But a foul has been called. Difficult to sit for 31 minutes, 32 minutes and come into the game.
Definitely inserted into the lineup for his defense. France has been struggling with the penetration and playmaking of Mannion, so Okobo comes in with that responsibility. And we see Coach Collet going with his defensive wings, Tarpey and Okobo now.
Melli also back in the game to guard Gobert. Oh boy, Hurtel, I don't know where he's throwing it. He's just throwing it away twice.
He's getting into the late shot clock situations and needs to be more efficient and use the shot clock better. Some poor decisions there.
Here's Mannion from deep. And again, France lucky to be down by just 8. 3-point shot for Hurtel. Finally gets one to go.
Big shot for France right there. 5-point game.
And you saw the turnovers has been a real problem for France today. $16 turnovers. And again, trying to force it into Melli.
Really good defense from Hurtel.
And Mannion will be called for a foul on that one. The previous shot from Hurtel.
Hurtel had a couple turnovers, so he said, this one I'm going to shoot, and he buries it.
9 points. A lot of people, we've been hearing a lot of people talk how Hurtel is not a point guard, he's a 2.
He's made a great effort to distribute the ball in this tournament, though.
Absolutely. There's the bounce pass into Gobert, pump fake. Great defense on the Giant. And stepped out of bounds. Terry Tarpey.
So as you said before, Italy doing a very nice job packing the paint on those short rolls.
He's got nowhere to turn, nowhere to go.
Yeah, and again, his teammates expected him to finish. Tarpey a little surprised the ball came out to him, stepped on the sideline.
Montecchio off to Melli and wisely takes it back out with Gobert guarding the rim. Ricci. Fontecchio wide open. Oh boy, they would have paid money for him to take that shot. Talking about Italy. France dodged the bullet. And there's the dump down low to Gobert. And now Italy call a timeout.
Great play from Hertel. Gets into the paint, and again, look at the Italy team defense collapsing into the lane, but they cannot play above the rim with Gobert. Floated up there, Gobert with the finish.
Solo difesa. Lavoriamo bene in difesa come facciamo, raga. Ehi, non prendo più il rimbalzo loro. Ok? Gobert non segna in aria. Dai. Andiamo.
Giochiamo pollice 5. Ok? Va bene? Non tiro. Non ce ne fotte un cazzo, tiriamo quando dobbiamo tirare, tranquilli, sereni, andiamo, sereni.
So Jeff, we saw those numbers. 17 turnovers for France and 32 points in the paint for Italy. That tells the story of how Italy has fought back and gotten this 3-point lead, but with 5:42 to play, lots of basketball left.
So a lot more points in the paint for Italy. We wouldn't have predicted that, would
No,
we?
you expect Italy to be the 3-point shooting team.
But they've had to take what they've been given. Or at least they've had to take what they could take. Ooh. Oh, what a great catch by Melli. There's Spissu. Good! Look at that.
And France lost them. Again, Melli took the ball away. The movement off the ball. They lost Spissu, and man, what fantastic performance Spissu has had here these games in Berlin.
Hertel again. There you go, stepping up, the veteran. Two-time Olympian, played in Rio. Also played a big role for France last year in Tokyo. Melli goes right at Gobert. Decides to take it back to Fontecchio. He has to put it up. Good! Boy, absolutely electric, isn't it? Automatic. Yabusele for three. And is it too early to say France are in trouble? They're close to being in trouble.
This is a very important possession right here.
Good defense by Yabusele. So inadvertently it gets hit in the face. Look at the great decision by Melli, and gets it to Fontecchio. He's going to be the Sultan of Salt Lake City. Here's the drive, and Payola cannot quite rebound it. Here comes Fournier now. Talk about the Utah Jazz. They'll have both Markkanen and Fontecchio.
It'll be a fun team to watch.
I don't know if it'll be enough for them to have a great year, but they have an exciting new start. Here it is inside Tarpey, and he's fouled. That was absolutely huge. And remember, it comes after Italy weren't able to get that rebound.
And Jeff, Tarpey with a great basket cut. Here you see, presents himself to the ball. Melli just grazes him with the body. And that's Melli's 4th foul.
It's big, but we are late. It's going to keep him in the game. And Tarpey misses the shot, but nope. France were in the lane too early.
So that's a factor right now. That could have cut it to 3. And now let's see, we have Fournier matched up on Fontecchio, Tarpey on Spissu, and Hertel on Paolo.
And the drive, oh, the swat by Terry Tarpey.
Again, the second time we've seen the wings reject the pick and roll, reject the action, and get to the basket, but here's a great recovery from defensive-minded Tarpey.
They battled for the basketball to get it inbounds to Fontecchio. Shot clock winding down. The pass to Melli goes to Yabusele. Here comes Hertel on the open floor. Good decision to hold up. And great pass, and he was wrong with it. Big bad Rudy Gobert.
And I tell you, you know, Italy's really fortunate there was no foul called on Melli right there, because that was the same contact that they just called on Tarpey, or on the play with Tarpey.
Second team foul, and Hertel commits his 4th. I don't know if you like giving up that foul if you're Hertel. Your 4th foul. There goes Spissu on the baseline. Goodness. Polinaro's Spissu gets the rebound. And Yabusele didn't need to jump up.
Jeff, guys are flying all over the place out there. Lots of effort. Spissu, crafty, uses his shot fake. Again, fantastic effort from both teams.
Okay. Man, also your player 22, Fournier, everybody using the end line. Okay?
13 points now for Spissu. And 14. Fournier back in the game. He wasn't playing well when he left. Let's see if he can pick it back up again. They're looking a little bit more determined. Here it is. Tarpey, Yabusele. Great D from Polonara. Affecting the shot. Less than 2.5 minutes remaining. Fontecchio, high arcing three.
And Jeff, you can't guard it any better than France did. The stack Spain pick and roll. Fournier was there. He contested. But what a fantastic shot here from Fontecchio. Shot maker.
Chose. Tu prends Fontecchio, d'accord? Tu prends Fontecchio. Allez, go, allez.
Well, a couple of big threes here in this fourth quarter for Fontecchio. Takes him Up to 21 points. 4 of 6 from three-point range. His average 19.2. Probably the player of the game at this point. Still time for France, but they got to score. Get some stops. And the lob to Rudy. Oh boy.
Great play there by Fournier. Drew the defense, threw it over the top. Big bucket. Now they need a stop.
Problem now is that Italy can sense it. And their level just seems to go up a notch when they've got it. And they've got that confidence. Spissu drives in, high arcing shot. Ooh, France, they come away with the basketball. A minute and a half remaining, still time. Ooh. And they have called a technical foul on Spissu. A flop. And Pizzeco is barking away because Spissu is holding his shoulder.
And Pizzeco, again, doing a good job here, maintaining his composure and emotional discipline. Again, it's a tough call.
It did seem exaggerated, to be honest. And
wish we could hear this conversation here.
oh, what a huge, what do you call it, emotional discipline?
Yeah, and again, after the first game, again, you gotta like what Coach Pizzeco is doing here. He's making his case under control. His team needs him.
Big shot. Spissu is holding his right shoulder, but it seems to be okay now. Fournier, this is a winning time, and this is when Fournier tends to get it going. He puts it up!
Jeff, that's a great play from Fournier, getting right to the rim. They need a bucket, and now they need a stop.
What a EuroBasket it's been. Both these teams have been in some great games, and now they're going at it in the clutch. Spissu gets on the baseline with a little runner! Again, another must-make possession for France. Orpe to Gobert. And he gets in, and there, what a follow by Terry Turpay. Wow. Huge play by Turpay. Italy will try to take it down as far as they can, I guess. France, remember, they still got a foul to give. They don't want to commit it now. Fontecchio. He's going to put it up, nope, and he's going to turn it over. And a foul called. Wow, the bump. So now they're going to have to foul. Fourth team foul. They put 14 on the clock. You think they'll play defense?
I think they will.
Foul?
I think they'll try to defend.
It's not going to leave them much time.
Abbiamo 14 secondi, ci siamo, più 2, no?
Marco, Simo, Nick Melli qua e anche qua, ok? Marco sei il primo che corre, Simo sei il secondo che la prende, ok? Se non c'è niente Nick fai un flash, ok? Poi dopo abbiamo
14 secondi, andiamo a tirare all'ultimo secondo. andiamo a tirare l'ultimo secondo e poi dobbiamo difendere. Non fallo ma dobbiamo. Come tiriamo? Stiamo già in difesa.
So you can see in the Italian huddle, they're preparing to play strong and be ready to be targets for each other against double teams. We expect France to come out and try to get at least one trap, scramble it, play for a steal.
Payola has not taken any free throws, by the way. They do go for that option. Not today. Might be the obvious candidate. He's going to try to inbound it. He doesn't get it in. No, he does. Boy, it seemed like it was too long.
Again, France did a great job playing the passing lanes. It was very close to a 5-second count.
It was close.
And then again, you can see the double teams. It's speeding up Italy and scrambling the game. Anything can happen.
Oh. Ooh. And a hold called on. Now they're looking for an unsportsmanlike Prosecco. That's not an unsportsmanlike.
Let's see. Oh, Jeff. Fournier looks like he's not even touching him, just leaning for the ball there. That's tough.
Yeah, tough call. I mean, the good thing is there's still 16 seconds left.
France hoping for one miss here.
And they did get the one miss, and wouldn't you know, it's Fontecchio. He's now 3 of 5 from the line. I don't know what it is about France, but they've been living right lately with teams missing free throws late. Thing is, they got to get the rebound if he misses this one. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Now France, will they go for 2? Will they try to get it inside? Will they put up a 3? Here goes Hurtel. Drives in, and he's going to tie it. But they've got 5 seconds left, Italy. But Fontecchio, much like Teddy Osman for Turkey, has missed key free throws, and Fontecchio just tells Prosecco, get off me.
This is a great play by Hurtel. He turns the corner. And again, as Melli backs up, knowing Gobert is diving. Beautiful finish. Hurtel may not be a point guard, but all in. Let's see what we have here. Fournier top blocking Fontecchio on the backside.
The inbound to Melli. Melli with the bounce pass. Fontecchio, he misses. And France, the late game specialists, have forced overtime yet again.
And Jeff, that's a great play from Italy. Melli with a beautiful pass, the cutting Fontecchio. Great opportunity. And now we have a wonderful overtime to settle this game.
Free basketball. 77-77, France and Italy at the end of regulation.
Look at the numbers here again, evening out. 13 for 29 from 3, 11 for 28 for Italy. France out-rebounding Italy 37-31.
Here's Ortel with the go-ahead, or the game-tying shot, rather. And then Fournier doing all he could on defense, and it's enough to affect Fontecchio's shot, who now is hoping that his team wins in overtime, or he's going to have a hard time sleeping. So the foul trouble, Ortel, Fournier each with 4. And it goes without saying, they don't want to be picking up any fouls. They need those guys.
Spissu and Melli also with 4 for Italy.
Wow.
Let's see how the fouls impact this overtime.
Italy know they should have closed this out already.
They've just got to focus on the next play. Focus on the basketball these last 5 minutes here. But, Jeff, we saw France respond, and that's a wonderful thing.
They are the mystery team for me in this competition. You just never know. Ortel. Will he hit another big bucket? He certainly hit some in the 4th quarter. And the drive, and it's Ortel again.
Right into the teeth of the defense. Great job by Thomas Ortel.
Melli open for 3. And Gobert brings it down.
Excellent look from Melli.
Ortel again for 3. He was feeling it, so why not? Spissu back to Polonara. Oh, Polonara misses the layup. Melli gets it back. Italy struggling to score, but that looks good. It is! Spissu.
Timely three-point shooting for the 2nd straight game from Spissu.
Fournier drifts in. Yes!
Here comes Italy's Spain pick and roll action, the stack. You can see Spissu calling it.
Here goes Spissu again. Oh, he loses it. Here comes Tarpe. Yabusele open. Puts it back to Ortel. Little runner. And another one for Ortel.
Really good teamwork right there. France knew exactly what they wanted to do. Good spacing, good ball movement, nice finish.
Spissu just lost his handle, leading to that bucket. Big turnover. Now they surround Melli. And if that's on Fournier, if that's a foul, he's gone. Have they called the foul on Fournier? What do they call?
Yabusele.
Oh, they call it Yabusele.
No, they haven't reported it yet.
France number 10, Yvan Fournier.
Yeah, he's gone.
Wow.
That's a big call on Fournier. He's a little unlucky. So it's going to be Luau Cabarrot, surely, that they're going to bring in. Yes. Well, he leaves those Evan Fournier with 17 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. And Luau Cabarrot has played pretty well today. He's got 11.
The issue now for France is your only creator of offense is Ortel.
Yeah.
That's a huge issue here.
So you think that's going to be easier to defend?
Oh, without a doubt. And you're going to see lots of pick and roll situations here.
And don't forget, he has 4 fouls. Hertel has 4, so they need him in the game for as long as possible, judging from his performance of late. Hertel gets to the baseline, puts it up and in. Wow.
Great play.
Hertel.
Uphill dribble handoff from Gobert to Hertel, and he got right to the rim. Hertel raising his game.
Quick pass. And a foul before the shot. Just with a little, because he had his hand on his waist, I guess.
Yeah.
They're calling it tight. He's like, he's talking to Hertel, trying to get on the same page. They just called a technical foul?
Technical foul against the coach.
Emotional discipline, Mike. Emotional discipline.
Jeff, you've got to know when to stop.
They've called it on Paseko?
We don't know what's being said.
The official Hertel misses the free throw. Or maybe that was the basketball gods intervening. No telling what he said. But you certainly got to be careful. It's a big miss from Hertel, that's for sure.
You know, again, your biggest value as a coach is to be there and help your team and make decisions and provide that leadership. They need Paseko on the sideline.
Rocky Calty, his former coach, one of his assistants, just told him to calm down.
Yeah, he needs to
just
control
like
himself.
He used to have to do it when he was a player.
Yeah. And it's who he is, and that's okay. But you've got to have that self-discipline to know when to stop, especially in these pressure moments. You've got to help your team.
Seems like both teams distracted by the technical because Melly missed the first of his 2 free throws, and now it's a 2-point game. And Hertel just has to have the ball in his hands. He gives it up, they run the play.
There's 5.
Melly has fouled out.
Entering number 9, Michael Melly, 5th personal, 5th foul. He's fouled out.
Don't read lips, folks. Look at this. Okay, so watch Melly just battling for position. Probably Gobert sold it pretty well.
Yeah. But you know, Melly has been very physical with Gobert throughout the game. Melly has given a fantastic effort for his team.
Yeah, he has.
Now
he leads with 7 assists and 4 rebounds to go with his 10 points.
France needs Gobert to make these free throws.
So Payola has just come in, and in this type of game, it feels like for 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes, it's going to take 30 minutes.
I trust my partner. Like you trust your play.
That was really good listening to that. Says he trusts his partner, the referee, just like you trust your players. Here we go, Payola. 4-point lead, the pressure on Italy now. Spisu puts it up and banks it in. He's got 21. Here's Gobert. Oh, charge on Rudy Gobert. Good job by Polonara.
I mean, that's a winning defensive play right there. Gobert just drops his shoulder, Polonara, boom. takes the contact square.
Oh boy. Pause. Ill pause. Now Italy can take the lead if they hit a three. They can tie it. 4 fouls on Gobert. Here is Datome. What a box out by Tarpey, and Fontecchio came in, knocked it out of bounds, trying to get the basketball. Unbelievable.
Good look for Datome. That's his shot, and great effort on the boards. Again, we can expect pick and roll situation here. Hertel.
Fontecchio looking to atone for his missed free throws. Here's Hertel again. Quick pass. Boy, fortunately he didn't turn it over. And there is Yabusele missing, but it's Gobert with the putback.
Another big tip in for Gobert, just like the Turkey game.
19 points and 13 rebounds for Rudy Gobert. Spissu, the jumper. And strong rebound out to Hertel. He's going to push it 2-on-1 break. Gets it off, and Tarpey. Oh, what a great block. Nope, Datome called for the foul. 31 seconds left. Hertel making all the right plays. He'll get his 7th assist if Tarpey makes one of these 2 free throws. Does indeed. It's just like one long drama with Italy, isn't it?
Basketball theater, Jeff. Basketball theater.
It's a game. You got to surely watch it. And 2 free throws have been made. 91-85. Fontecchio. Remember, France were kind of on the back foot like this at the end of regulation. And Yabusele with the rebound. They don't call the foul. 3-on-1 break. Hertel back to Luau Cabarro for the dunk. And France up 8 and headed towards the semifinals. Polonara for 3. Another escape act for Le Bleu. With a little help from the Azzurri. Unbelievable. Well, close, but no cigar for Italy, and France survive and march on into the semifinals. And Pozzecco has lost the plot again. What a shame.
I mean, whatever happens, you can, maybe he's chasing down the refs to shake their hands. But again, it's hard to explain how France is winning these games. France is finding a way to survive these difficult situations. The overtime win against Turkey, now the overtime win here against Italy. I mean, this is overtime without Evan Fournier. France simply getting it done.
The bottom line is Italy could have won this game at the end, and they did not. They're at the free throw line, and then there's 2 free throws. Exact replica of Turkey.
And we say you have to help yourself win by capitalizing on opportunities that the game presents. Italy, a great story with the big upset win over Serbia. Great effort here today. Respect for these guys, but again, the experience of France. Olympics. Again, this core, these players knowing how to win, making winning plays, and finding a way to survive and advance. Respect for Vincent Collet and his team.
Well, the bottom line is Italy were in position. They battled back. They competed. They gave themselves a chance to win, and sometimes it comes down to 1 or 2 plays. In this instance, one of their best players, maybe their best player, Fontecchio, misses free throws.
But also, Jeff, you're in overtime, and
you have to keep it together.
Yeah, and we saw the emotional drama with Coach Prosecco, and it's who he is. He's emotional. He did a much better job controlling his emotions throughout the game, but the pressure moments of overtime, the technical foul. Now, Hertel missed a technical free throw, but again, it's just a distraction to your team. It's unnecessary. It's great he stayed in the game and he was there for his team, but again, overtime, little things mean a lot. The technical foul, just you've got to know when to stop.
Certainly for France, though, they had multiple players step up and make big plays once they got new life. It really felt like Hertel, though, was the guy that got him there.
Yeah, for me, Thomas Hertel really emerged as the leader, the playmaker. You know, and again, people will say he's a scoring point guard. Well, that's exactly what he did when they needed it the most. Hitting shots, finishing drives to the basket. You know, Italy's trying to dig in and get a defensive stop, and here's Hertel finding a way to score. He did a fantastic job, especially when Fournier fouled out.
But just another monster performance as well from Rudy Gobert, 19 and 14. So terrific effort from him. Fournier started really strong. He finished 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but he fouled out. Yabusele also hit some big shots, 15 points. So France ended up with 5 players in double figures, and not just right on 10, like with at least 13 points. Luago Cabarrot, who was great. So have they got work to do, France? Well, yeah, they do. They're going to have to play probably better to beat Slovenia, or Poland, whoever wins that next game, but at least they've gotten there. Next up, Slovenia and Poland, and of course, Germany and Spain will play in the other semifinal. Well, Italy, they did what they had to do. They came back, they took the lead, but just details right at the end, and some important free throws. They failed to make them. France took advantage yet again. They win it 93-85. They go to the semifinals.